Part 2 of this 4-part video series on the Swartberg Pass covers the southern start and ascent to the summit point known as the top. It has an altitude of 1,575 meters above sea level. This section is 10,3 kilometers long and ascends a total of 693 vertical meters, producing an average gradient of 1 in 15, with the steepest sections being at 1 in 8. When Thomas Bain built this pass, he cleverly used the ridges of the foothills for a comfortable altitude-gaining approach to the looming bulk of the Swartberg range, where he chose the lowest saddle as his target. It was tough going, and there are many stories that abound about the hardships endured by these pioneering men. When the crest of the pass had been reached during the second winter, a road builder's camp had been set up close to the summit. After a particularly heavy snowfall, the roof of the camp collapsed, killing several of the convicts. By this stage of his road-building career, Bain had developed several unique techniques, employing his knowledge of science. One was his drywalling construction, using the principles of cohesion and friction, using no cement at all, which in any case had not yet been invented. The other was using heat and water to break the big rocks up. A large fire would be lit under or near a difficult rock, and then cold water would be poured over it, resulting in the rock cracking into smaller, more manageable pieces. In those early pioneering days, the tools employed were very rudimentary and consisted primarily of picks, shovels, sledgehammers, gunpowder, and pure hard labor. There are 4 picnic and view sites on the southern ascent. If you're planning a picnic, the first site might be the most pleasant, as there's nearly always strong wind and cold temperatures near the summit. The entire pass is 23,8 kilometers long, and we had to dedicate 3 separate videos to the task. The ascent lasts for approximately 10,3 kilometers and should take about 20 minutes to drive, excluding stops. Although the pass carries the route number R328, its administrative number is P0369. The nearest town is Prince Albert, which is approximately 30 kilometers away. There's plenty to see in terms of flora and fauna, and some mind-boggling geology as well. The fynbos is at its best in winter and springtime, with proteas, ericas, restios and pincushions in profusion. There are baboons, grijsbok, grey rebuck, klipspringer, leopards and caracal, with the last 2 being seldom sighted. This view site is named Skelm Dry, and the imagination runs riot as to how it got its name, with 250 convicts involved in the project. The road is quite narrow in certain sections, and some reversing might be required to get past an oncoming vehicle. Etiquette is to give way to the ascending vehicle. There are no heavy vehicles or caravans allowed on this pass. For camper vans with high roofs, be warned that there are some sections with overhanging rocks which could be problematic. Drive at the speed limit or slower. This road can be dangerous in bad weather, and if you plan on stopping at the top for a photo or 2, have a windbreaker ready. It can be ice cold out of the car. Just after the start, a long sweeping left-hand bend takes one to the point where you reach the end of the tar. This is also where the border of the Swartberg Nature Reserve begins. The reserve is large at 180,000 hectares and provides hiking, picnicking, 4x4 routes, birdwatching, swimming and just being close to nature. The Swartberg Pass is also the springboard to the start of the famous Gamkaskloof Road, with its awe-inspiring Elands Pass, which is featured elsewhere on this website as a separate 4-part series and a must-watch for potential first-time visitors. The Swartberg Pass in its entirety is a national monument, and like its sister pass, the Montague Pass, it stands in proud defiance of modern technology. It would be a shame if these roads were ever tarred, as their core charm would be lost forever. From the summit, named simply the top, which is a natural saddle in the mountain, you'll have an expansive view to the south of most of the Klein Karoo, with its patchwork of green farmlands, whilst the northern vista is entirely different, displaying much drier mountains with a massive gorge splitting the upper mountain plateau into 2. Be sure to watch parts 3 and 4 of this video series to gain a complete perspective of the amazing and much revered Swartberg Pass.